Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. It has happened. Seemingly all of the big team of the year SBCs have finally been released, and now begins the process of choosing which one or which ones to do. And how you're going to get those SBCs done is the big problem. With the amount of fodder that EA is requiring for all these latest SBCs, it only makes sense that they're setting us up for another unlimited repeatable pack grind like the 82 times 20 that we had last year. That's kind of like the one last SBC that we need right now with Team of the Year being out. But is it going to happen? We don't have any new leaks on that per se, but I want to discuss that because that seems to be where all roads lead right now. But beyond that conversation, we have more SBCs that are going to be coming today in the next couple of days. We have a few more leaks to look at, including a new Team of the Year honorable mention player that's been leaked. We have a new Attackers 85x3 pack that we're expecting today, and hopefully another Max 87 evolution. I know that they haven't all been good, but the fact that we can evo 87 rated cards is making evos a little bit more exciting right now, and I hope there's more of that to come. Let's talk about what all is coming today on Sunday, and maybe work in some words about the market as well. If you're excited for this one, drop a thumbs up on it, hype the video if you can, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Now let's dive into today's video by looking back at yesterday's content on Saturday, where first off, in objectives, we had ourselves a new Flash Rush event, and I'm not so much worried about the player or the pack that this objective gives, but the evolution that it gives is yet again another cheeky little objective evo here. It's called Pristine Control for a max 86 rated card. It gives +2 passing with no max passing rating for the upgrade. It's uncapped +2, and then the first touch base playstyle. These evos that they've been dropping recently in objectives with no overall boost but a uncapped stat boost are really nice for chaining a card together with some small stat boost that you're not wanting to commit to like a max 86 or 87 evo yet, but you're wanting to boost their stats up a little bit more and maybe just kind of fix the card before they get ready to go into like a real stat upgrading evo that boosts most of the stats on their card. So I'm a fan of that one. I don't know if Rush is going to be something that I play this week with the pack grind that is out there, with other live events and the gauntlet still that I have to play in Weekend League as well. I got a lot of games to play, but that is one way to get a decent little evo, a couple of packs, and the American right back Emily Fox from that objective. Now, the best part of yesterday's content's right here. It's the Team of the Year crafting upgrade SBC, because most of us are still doing the crafting upgrade as the best place to rinse your gold commons in SBCs right now. And especially with this objective being out, it is the best place to rinse your gold commons in my opinion. And 87.3 is the group reward, and some other decent packs along the way. Nothing super crazy, but you get a pack almost every 5 completions and still you get to 50. And then after that, it's every 10 completions until the very end. So it's just nice to get bonus packs for doing a pack grind that you're probably doing already. So I'm a big fan of that one. That might be, like I said, the best part of yesterday's content. Now, let's take a look at the new evo that we had yesterday, because we're getting max 87 evos now, guys, and that is exciting. But unlike Friday's Inside Edge evo, yesterday's Let Me Be Franck, named after Franck Ribéry's evo, is definitely not as exciting. However, there are a couple caveats to it that make it interesting. This is a max 87 left wing evo that gives basically a pace and dribbling boost with some decent play styles. It gives 5-star skills, and it gives technical plus if your card does not already have a playstyle plus. But it only upgrades your overall to 88, which means for future evos, this is a very smart play if you have a card that fits into it that actually gets a worthwhile boost. Now for Claudia Pina, this evo almost feels like it was made for her. She gets the pace boost here for the Player of the Month version. She gets a little bit of a dribbling boost. She goes to 5-star, 5-star, gets the Trickster playstyle added to her card, and again, only goes to 88 rated, which means she could be evolvable sooner rather than later. Again, remember the Friday evo that we had, Inside Edge, took cards all the way up to 90 rated. So that's why you see here like Thierry Henry, he does not get a very good boost in this evo. Yeah, he fits it. He just goes up +4 dribbling and maybe gets a playstyle. Yeah, dead ball and incisive. Do you really want that? Probably not, but at least he only goes to an 88 rated card. There's some other ones that do look good in this. But again, with the max 87 evos being new, a lot of these cards are moving when there's leaks that are dropped. Not Henry, obviously he's an 86, but he was leaked to fit that left wing evo, and his card went up a bunch. But since the evo isn't that good, he did come back down. That's just something I want to mention, because as we see more max 87 evos leaked, make sure you're selling cards into the hype. Hopefully we have another max 87 evo today. Watch out for the leaks before the content drop, because we've been figuring out what evos we've been getting before the content drop just about every day per normal, how it goes right now with the leaks for evolutions. Now let's go to SBCs. Of course, we've got the big SBC to discuss, but before we get there, we got to talk about the good SBC content from yesterday. That's the 85 plus times 3 midfielders upgrade, repeatable every 2 days, an 85 squad with an inform, save a few 85s, couple 84s, and one team of the week, and make sure you get that one done. You have an increased chance of team of the years and of course team of the year icons, because now those are back in the pool of items and packs. From that pack right there, that is a must complete SBC, along with the defender upgrade and that was already out on Friday, and the attacker upgrade that we're probably getting today on Sunday. Those are must completes in my opinion, with the menu craft that we have at the moment. Now, speaking of the craft, the team of the year crafting upgrade, here's the SBC to correspond with that objective. And this is why it's better than the winter wildcards. The winter wildcards crafting objective, or SBC, sorry, that is still out, was a 78 plus times 3, required 2 rares and 5 commons. This is a 79 plus times 3 pack, and it has the exact same requirements. Thank you, EA, for not changing the requirements here, because if you would have, that would have been really annoying. So this is super nice. It's only got 5 days left to complete, but if you're putting all of your rare golds into premium upgrades right now, Premier League and La Liga specifically, this is where you should be rinsing your non-rares. I think it's a hands down, like no contest decision now. This is the place to rinse out of the premiums with 2 rares and 5 commons. You'll be able to open a bunch of these, get more rares, put those rares back into premiums, and the cycle, of course, can continue off of a simple investment into the original premium SBCs for the league upgrade. So that is the SBC to be crafting into right now, in my opinion. Better than the 80 plus pick that was out. Better than anything else. The lower league upgrades, I would skip those too at the moment. I would just go straight into this, because now it's 79 plus times 3. That's going to give you some nice fodder, hopefully some potential walkouts, and still a chance at seeing the blue tunnel. Now, the SBC of the day. Yesterday, of course, and this might be end up being the SBC of Team of the Year. Not because it's good value, but because it's just a crazy piece of content. You can see I've already started it because I'm sticking to my word. I said I was going to do it for the spectacle that it is. The fact that we have a Team of the Year honorable mentions, Messi and Ronaldo SBC, is just wild. But what also is wild and insane is the price of this SBC. 21 squads and 3.2 million coins worth of value is what it takes to get yourself either a 90 rated 2-play style plus Messi or Ronaldo. Man, is that expensive. But again, like we said, this SBC is very unique. It is crazy special, and a lot of people want it. But the more that I thought about this SBC and the more I saw people talking about it online, what I kind of came down to was an analogy of like watches, comparing these FIFA cards to watches. Now, I'm not a big watch guy, but you know, when you can think of a crazy expensive watch, you think of a Rolex, right? You think of a crazy expensive SBC, you're thinking of this. A Rolex isn't made for everybody. That's for people who have a lot of money, people who find a lot of value in a timepiece like that, and who want to spend the money on something like that. Well, that's kind of what this is as well, at least how I think EA is viewing this. This is an SBC that a lot of people want to get or would like to get just because it's crazy, it's fun, and it's Ronaldo and Messi, but it's something that EA is trying to say isn't meant for everybody. Even if you have the coins for this, like, is it really something you want to put your fodder into when you can go and get a Messi who's not that far off from a 75,000 coin Evo? But that's where the frustration comes in from a lot of people in the community, because if you don't have the ability to get this, whether it's through the coins or whether it's just the fact that it's crazy expensive and almost impossible to grind from scratch for an RTG, I'm going to have to use coins to buy 90 rated cards probably to finish this SBC, because there's so many 89 rated squads. I'm going to do my best to grind this one out, and hopefully we do get an unlimited repeatable pack grind, which we're going to talk about in a second. But this is one of those things where I mean, EA probably don't want us all interacting with this content. Not because they don't want us to spend money on the game to try to get this done, but like, what I'm saying is I don't think EA is saying this is meant for everybody, but we as a community almost feel entitled in a sense so that when we see a new piece of content released in an SBC or to an Evo, that we feel like we should get it, or we want it, right? We want something good from every single day's content that comes out. So when we see something like this, we see the cards, we're like, man, I could have that card. Maybe it's inside of subliminally, we're like, man, that'd be sick to have, and that creates the desire for it. But then also when we look at our coin balance, we see like, man, I'm not going to be able to get this one done. And that's what makes it frustrating. So regardless of how you see this, if you see it as like something you have to get done and you have to collect and spend 140 88 rated cards on to get it done, or whether you're like, Nate, I looked at this for 2 seconds and realized there was no way I'm getting it done, so that's that. I mean, I think that's fine either way. You can feel either way about this SBC. It is just going to be one of the most polarizing and unique SBCs because of the price that it is and just how crazy that it is. Now, we already showed you the Messi Evo there that you can create and, you know, maybe do the Messi Evo and take the Ronaldo from the actual player pick. But we got to take a look at fodder when it comes down to this SBC, because the way they structured this was really interesting. They went for a big price tag, but the way they did it was a little different than what I expected. They didn't add any 90 rated squads to this SBC. There's a whole bunch of 89s and a whole bunch of 88 rated squads, which actually meant 89s and 90s went up a lot. 91s went down. These cards are under 100,000 coins after they were almost 110K yesterday before the SBC released. These cards dropped right away at content, but they've kind of rebounded back up just a little bit. They're still going to be needed, but less people are going to use them when all you need to get an 89 rated squad done is a couple of 90s, a few 89s, and the rest of the squad 88s. That gets you to the rating. So that actually means there's less demand for the 91s. If you had invested in those, what I would tell you to do though is probably still hold on to them, because that brings us to my big point that I want to talk about in today's video. When you take a look, and we were kind of talking about this over the past couple days, so maybe you guys knew this was coming for today, or you've maybe heard me kind of mention this before. We have so many expensive SBCs that are out right now. The Messi Ronaldo pick, the TOTY, right? Even the Marcelo and the Wilson, they weren't as expensive when they first released, but with the increase of prices in fodder and with more SBCs coming out, you know, you've got really expensive cards that are out right now, and it just seems like it's too much to get done. But I think EA's on purpose pricing these SBCs a bit more expensive, because I think they're going to give us that unlimited repeatable pack grind. At least that's how it seems like EA is setting us up for it right now. Really hype SBCs with lots of squads and big price tags that a lot of us do want to get done. We want to interact with this content. And then they're going to be like, okay, here's your unlimited repeatable pack grind. Of course, the 82 times 20 last year in FC 25 is the one that we remember, and the one that we so dearly loved last year that really saved Team of the Year. Let's be honest, last year it was feeling kind of bleak. Part of what some people are feeling about this game right now is really bleak in terms of the content in some areas, the pack grind, not being able to pack a Team of the Year, and this unlocked that last year. Now, some people also would point back to this SBC and say that that was one of the problems with the power curve last year. So that's our question this year. How is EA? We've already seen them slow down Evos when it comes to Team of the Year content. We didn't get a 500,000 coin Team of the Year blueprint Evo so far this year. We're just now able to Evo 87s. Are we going to get an 82 times 20 this year? I don't know if it's going to be that pack, but still, guys, I feel like one of these packs that was added to the code is going to end up being unlimited repeatable. Like, I'm just trying to imagine if EA don't drop an unlimited repeatable grind with the TOTY out, with the Marcelo out, with all these SBCs that are out right now. If they didn't drop an unlimited repeatable grind with the price tag of all these SBCs, it would be like, why were those SBCs so expensive in the first place? It wouldn't really make sense to me. It makes sense to have an unlimited repeatable grind if you make the SBCs more expensive, because then the people who want to grind can grind and maybe still get the SBCs done, but yet they're not still super easy to get done, that you can just whiz right through them, and then it messes up the power curve. So I'm hoping, and I'm really thinking, that we are going to get an unlimited repeatable grind, but there's no leaks for it yet, guys. The 82 times 20, I don't know if it's already added to the pack code, if we've already seen an 82 times 20 pack some other spot in this game, maybe like Rivals or Weekend League rewards, and that's why we haven't seen it added to the code yet. Of course, we had just a few days ago 82 times 12 and 83 times 15 added to the code. An 82 times 12 seems very possible instead of an 82 times 20. But then again, you look at a lot of the rest of these packs and you think, well, these look like they're probably going to be a part of the new season that drops this upcoming Thursday. So the jury's still out as to where these packs are going to drop, especially that 82 times 12. But even think about this for a second. What if they didn't have to release a new SBC to make it unlimited repeatable? What if they just hit the 83 times 10 unlimited repeatable with the same requirements, and did that? But here you see expires in 5 days, so honestly it seems like that's not going to be our unlimited repeatable grind either, so that idea is kind of out the window. So I don't know, guys. There's no leaks on it yet. We're still very eagerly awaiting some news on whether or not we're going to get an 8212 or an 82 by 20 unlimited repeatable. If there was going to be one of those, that would be on Tuesday most likely, because that is when we had it last year, and that is also when I believe the 86 plus times 2 does expire. So that's kind of the fingers crossed situation that we're watching out for. But that SBC or an unlimited repeatable grind like it would be the real thing that would change Team of the Year once again and give us a crying chance to craft some of these SBCs that right now we feel like are going to be impossible to get done. So that's the expected day for that. Also, if that is going to happen, I think you still want to stock informs. You want to stock informs regardless anytime they go down to 10,000 coins. Right now, informs are 11,000 coins buy it now price. You can get them on bid for 10K. Today's going to be the best day to do that while weekend league rewards are still going on and supplying those cards. Now, that's my opinion there on the 82 times 20. We're going to watch that very closely. I know a lot of you guys would love that SBC just like I would, but let's talk about this next couple of days with the Team of the Year prices. Just a quick little market conversation here. These cards actually are going to depend a lot on the price of these cards are going to depend a lot on whether or not we do get an unlimited repeatable grind or not. Team of the Years, if you look at them right now, have dropped a good bit. Like Pedri's down to 3.2, Saliba is 2.8, 3.6 for Nuno Mendes. VVD is 7.1. Even Donnarumma is down to 730,000 coins. You take a look at the women's team. You've seen some nice price drops in the last day as well. So these cards some of them are holding their price. Payor's still 1.7. Pina is still 5.3 mil. But I want to take a look back at last year's Team of the Year cards when we had the 82 times 20 released. You can see these cards dropped and they went to their lowest point during the 82 times 20 grind, right before they went out of packs, and then they went up. This happened for the Team of the Years in packs like Rodri. Now, of course, you can see his price didn't last very long. Into February, he got panic sold a couple weeks later, but in the week that he was in packs, hit his lowest on Wednesday, Thursday, and then rebounded. Same thing with the honorable mention cards. Erling Haaland went down to 1 mil and then started rebounding after that, because if an 82-20 comes out, everybody's focus is going to be on that upgrade pack grind and not on what cards can I buy off the market for my team. And that's why I think if we do get that grind once again, what we're going to look for is a potential buy window on Team of the Year cards, probably on Wednesday or Thursday if we do get that unlimited pack on Tuesday. So that's just kind of one thing to watch out for. Of course, the honorable mention prices yesterday dropped, but some of them did have really good rises in the morning. I don't know if you guys saw this or not. Harry Kane went from 800,000 coins up to 980, but look at him now, back down to 770,000 coins. I don't think you're going to see as big of rises today on these cards, but like Lamine Yamal, if I see 1.1 mil, I mean, he was selling at 1.5 at one point yesterday and even 1.2 plus for most of the day. That might be a card that rises up a little bit today after Squad Battle Rewards. I don't think Squad Battle Rewards would impact these cards too much. Maybe a little bit, but not a whole lot. And then we got to look at the Team of the Year icons as well. Of course, as expected, these did drop. Some of them haven't dropped that much, but now they are in packs. And I think just like we talked about with the Team of the Year honorable mentions and the regular Team of the Year cards, it really just depends on whether or not we get an unlimited repeatable pack grind that would take some coins away from the market. Other than that, like market-wise, I do believe the market can do pretty well. But it's going to come down to whether or not we get that unlimited grind to really tell us how good the market's going to do throughout the rest of this week. Now, let's look through the rest of content that we're expecting soon. And one leak that we do have to add this in first. They messaged in-game yesterday that the FC Pro Open that I believe is happening tomorrow on Monday, kind of the finale of all the FC Pro stuff. The winner gets to choose a SBC that they get to customize with EA, allegedly. They're going to choose between Dalglish, Campbell, Del Piero, and Kaká. So we could have another Kaká FC Pro icon SBC here. So watch out for that. We'll probably get some news about that on like Monday night or Tuesday, sometime in this next week. I'm sure we'll learn what the player has, who has won will choose, because the pro player who wins gets to choose the SBC and then decide some of the stats. So that's one thing that we're kind of watching out for. But content today on Sunday, yeah, I don't know if we're going to get a whole lot, to be completely honest. We'll have to be surprised by EA if we do. The 87 plus hero pick is going away, so they might refresh that hero pick with something else. But all the icon picks are going to stay around, especially the good one, the 103 Encore, that is still available. The other Encore icon pick is still going to be available as well, I believe. We have 2 out right now. I haven't done an icon pick in ages because I've been focusing on player SBCs. But yes, the icon pick is going to be staying around, so don't worry too much about that one. Other than that, though, for today on Sunday, yeah, there's the one. That's the one right there. It looks like it does refresh today, though. The good icon pick that has the champs, icons, time warp, winter wild cards, and stuff like that. That one's going to refresh today. But a player SBC is what's on the docket still. And actually, we have a lot of player SBCs that are still leaked. We've got a new one, though. Gravenberch is the last, allegedly, Team of the Year Honorable Mention SBC to be leaked. Those are not official stats for his card, but it's either Gravenberch, in my opinion, or CC potentially today. Actually, Gravenberch might not be today because he does not have official stats leaked, but CC would be possible. This is her official card, Tiki and the Inventive. If it's cheap, it could be good. Again, a reminder, we do have Dumornay official stats, and we do have Lautaro Martinez official stats, and it's still a Pulisic who has not had official stats leaked that are still kind of out there leaks that we have not seen yet that still could be released in the next couple of days. Basically, I believe those would be our SBCs through the last week, the last few days here of Team of the Year. And then the last thing is, there's no Evo leak yet, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be one. I don't think EA will stop with the max 87 Evos just yet. Hopefully they don't go backwards after going forwards for the last 2 evolutions, or at least yet. I mean, I'm sure we'll have another max 86 Evo at some point, but please, EA, do a max 87 one today. So watch out for Twitter before content to see if there's any leaks surrounding that. But guys, it's another day of the pack grind. I will be streaming today. I'm super excited, man. That's one of the things about the Ronaldo and Messi SBC that just has me motivated. Is like, I barely opened any packs yesterday on Saturday. It was a busy day. I am excited to still sit down with you guys on stream today, grind packs, see if we can finally pack another blue. I mean, we packed Pedri. Was it a week ago or was it on Monday? I forget what day it was. No, it was on Monday because we didn't stream on Sunday of last week. So we are 6 days removed from packing Pedri. We got to get another blue, man. We're going to put in a absolute shift this week with doing the upgrade packs. I'm probably going to do the least amount of trading personally. We'll watch the market, of course, but I'll do like the least amount of trading personally that I've done in a while, just because this is what we traded for, is to open as many packs as possible. We're going to open some of the store packs. I know the 550K pack is out again. I'll probably chance that one, but I really want to pack a blue from upgrade packs, like it's from something that's not a store pack, because that's where obviously the odds are the highest, but it is very possible to pack them from non-store packs. Okay, very possible is probably not the best way to say it, but I just want to do it. Like, I want to pack a Team of the Year the OG way through upgrades. I don't care who it is, what upgrade pack it is. Hopefully a La Liga Premium, because that'd mean it'd be a good pull, but that's really my goal for this week. So we're going to put in that grind. So if you want to just tune in for that, make sure you drop a follow on the Twitch stream. Come by here on YouTube as well. We'll be live today, hopefully an hour before content time. Hopefully the weather doesn't change any of that, because the storms here in the U.S. with the winter storms are pretty crazy. But that is going to be the plan, and I'll stop yapping. Have a great rest of your Sunday, guys. I will see you in the stream today, and let me know down below your comments and your thoughts around the Messi Ronaldo player pick, because it is, maybe polarizing is the best way to describe it, because it is a crazy SBC for the GOATs. But it's dang expensive, man. If you enjoyed this one, drop a thumbs up on it. Comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new. It's been TheFutAccountant. I'll see you guys on stream today. Peace out.